guys, it's Sheila Shimmers. Welcome back to my channel. On my last video, I actually tested out a bunch of products from the brand Kiko Milano, and there was one thing that really caught my attention, and it was this foundation. It's called the Full Coverage 2-in-1 Foundation by Kiko Milano. It's supposed to be full coverage with a satin finish, so I was really excited. I tested it out on my face, and it actually blew me away, so I wanted to do a dedicated video for this only, and just see how it wears throughout the day, see if it, wears out, if it gets oily, or anything like that, if it cracked. I did wear it yesterday for about 4 hours, and I did really like it, but honestly I was just sitting here and editing my video, so there wasn't much to my day. Today is going to be very humid, hot, and rainy, so I'm really excited about that. I feel like it's really gonna, put this foundation to the test. So before we get started, don't forget to subscribe below, like this video, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. So like I said, this is the Full Coverage Foundation. It's a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer by the brand Kiko Milano. It does retail for $24, and it comes, I believe, in 21 shades. So it says that it's full coverage. It's supposed to minimize blemishes, discoloration, and leaving a second skin effect veil on the face with a matte satin finish. It's ideal for normal to oily skin. It says apply a small amount of product for a smaller full coverage result. So I'm just going to show you the little bottle. It is a glass bottle. It actually is really pretty, and you can kind of see a smaller little tube inside of it. If you look closely, it does say Kiko Milano right here. It brings, how much product does it bring? It brings 0.84 ounces. The cap is kind of a plasticky cap. You twist this off, and then it comes out like this. It has a doe foot applicator, very similar to the Tarte Shape Tape. So that is everything about the foundation. We're just gonna go ahead and apply it. The first thing I'm gonna be doing is priming my face. I usually do this every time I use a foundation, no matter which foundation I'm using. So I'm just gonna be using my go-to primer. This one is by Tarte. It's the Tarteless Smoothing Primer. I love this thing. It honestly makes anything look good. And this is the same way that I tried it on the last 2 times I tried it. So I'm just going to be applying some of this under my eyes to smooth out that area. I will probably be putting this under my eyes, on my forehead, and on my shin. And that'll probably be the only 3 places, because I don't need more than that. So primer is done. We're going to go ahead and just test this baby out. What I'm going to be doing is applying it in sections. I have only tried it with a foundation brush, so we're going to see today with a foundation brush and with a sponge on the other side. So I'm just going to work one side at a time. And this is just all from one coat. I haven't gone back to get more product. I feel like that is a lot of product. So I'm using this foundation brush from Tarte. I'm just going to start blending. I did forget to mention which shade I got. I think I got WB30, which I'm not sure what it stands. It's probably warm beige 30. I feel like I could have gone for something a little darker, but after I do apply my bronzer and everything, it does kind of, become a little bit darker, just a tiny bit, and it kind of fits my skin really well. So I kind of like the fact that I got this one. By itself on my skin, it definitely looks a tad light. I also have self tanner on, so that's also a thing. So upon application, it does still feel a little bit tacky on me. You can definitely see that it's not full coverage yet. It's kind of a medium coverage, but it's very comfortable, and it looks very natural. I feel like it does look kind of my skin on this area. On my forehead, I am definitely seeing that it looks like makeup, but I don't usually tend to put a lot of product on my forehead. I feel like I just put the rest of whatever I have on my applicator is what I usually go for. So I'm going to go on this side, apply a little more. Very intrigued when foundations say they're good for foundation and concealer, because I don't think that's a thing. I mean, for me, that would never work. I'm going to go with this Real Techniques sponge, and I'm going to start blending this out. Alright, so there is my whole face with just one coat of application. I feel like the brush side was so easy and so quick. This one definitely took a little bit longer, not too long, but for some reason I really like this side more. I feel like this side looks more airbrushed and this one kind of looks a little bit more textured. Not really hating both sides. I do still feel like it doesn't really do anything for a concealer, but if you were somebody that has a little bit less, you know, discoloration under your eyes, I feel like this would really work for you. I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit more on both sides. I'm not going to apply any more to my forehead because I feel like it's already packed. And yeah, that's what I'll be doing. So I'm just going to be blending this out because I feel like there's some pimples that I didn't really cover. And normally I don't really go that high with my foundation. Like I don't really go under my eyes or on my lids, but since it said that it was a full coverage foundation and concealer, I just wanted to test that out. I look pretty ghostly now, but you're going to see after I apply my bronzer that everything is going to look really, really nice and it's going to match me perfectly. It still feels a little bit tacky on here. It definitely feels like I have foundation in my face. I feel like that feeling kind of fades away after a little bit because, like I said, I've worn this twice already. I'd say it's not really lightweight, but it's also not really heavy. So it's a really just comfortable wear. And I feel like as far as finish, I love this. Like, I honestly really love this. I feel like there's some, you know, shine to my skin. There's some luminosity coming through and just my skin looks really healthy overall. I don't feel like there's any lines or anything clinging. You can, you know, be the judge. Right there, I do have some dry areas, but I feel like I just always rub them off with my finger like this because I can't really get rid of them. And yeah, that's all I do. I pretty much ignore them. I am going to apply some concealer. I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape because I don't know, I just feel like it didn't do enough. So, oh, that's a lot. I'm going to apply some on my lid as well. And a little bit on my nose. And I feel like that's all I'm going to apply. I can definitely see that velvety matte finish that they're talking about, and I do feel like it is close to full coverage. I feel like I could have kept going if I wanted to build this up a little more, but I really feel like it really covered a lot. I mean, on me, I feel like right now it looks a little bit medium to full, but I could definitely keep going if I wanted to. So now I'm going to be applying the rest of my makeup. I'm going to be setting this under my eyes. I'm going to be using the Kiko Milano translucent powder. This one is from their Ocean Feel collection. And I'm just going to be taking a little bit of this and just setting under my eyes and on my forehead. That'll be the only thing that I'll be doing. But this powder, honestly, whoa. Like, honestly, this powder is everything. It has a blurring effect that just, like, knocks... Like, I don't understand how my skin can look this good, honestly. So I'm just going to be setting right there on my forehead. And the only thing I'll be setting over here is... because I have a little bit of texture and I don't want my foundation to move in this area. But everything else, I really want that natural finish from this foundation to just, you know, do its thing and make me look good throughout the day. So now I'm going to fast forward this part. I'm going to be doing the rest of my makeup really quickly. And yeah, I'll be back to give you guys my thoughts. Alright, so makeup is done. If you are interested in seeing all the products that I used today, I'm going to link the other video up top. But today we're talking strictly about this foundation. And I feel like I could have gotten away without setting it, but I really love just setting my concealer and right here on my forehead. I feel like this area right here kind of, I don't know, I feel like it looks a little bit too textured after a couple of hours if I don't set it, so that's what I like to do. That powder is insanely good, honestly. I feel like my face right now looks like a Snapchat filter. This foundation is just insane to me, and pairing that with the powder is just probably my favorite combination, I would say, for this summer. I feel like it looks really airbrushed and natural. I feel like everything applied over top of it really nicely. The bronzers are just so creamy, and I don't feel like anything looks, you know, cakey. Nothing looks muddy. I'm really amazed. I feel like for $24, that is definitely not a drugstore price, but it's also not a high-end price. I feel like it's a really good price point if you are looking for something, you know, to wear for an everyday. Now it feels very just lightweight on my skin. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything, but I really, really love that. The fragrance of the products that I use, like the bronzer and the blush, I can still feel and like smell on my face, but the foundation itself, I don't think it has any fragrance in it. I think I saw that on the ingredients, but you can go ahead and check their website out. It's going to be linked down below. So far I have nothing bad to say about this foundation, but of course we're going to do the wear test throughout the day and see. Right now it's 7 o'clock. It's probably been like an hour or so since I applied this on my face, because I did, you know, went to have breakfast and stuff before I did the rest of my makeup, but so far I really like it. So yeah, let's just wait for the next check-in. I'm gonna go about my day, and you guys can let me know in the comments what you think so far. Like, as far as matching my skin, is definitely spot on. I did get the warm beige 30, like I said, and yeah, so far so good. Guys, it's been 5 hours since I've been wearing this, and I'm starting to see that it kind of doesn't look as dewy as it was before. I feel like it kind of mattified a little bit. But I was wearing my glasses today, and I feel like the lines over here, usually my nose would be a little bit more dewy, but I feel like it actually didn't take off much of the foundation, which is really good. That's something I do notice that happens with most foundations that I use, so that's pretty good. As far as finish, I don't see any really like emphasized texture. I do see a little bit right here and over here, but that's nothing that really bothers me. I feel like my foundation still looks put together, everything is there, and it just looks really smooth and nice. I definitely see when they say that it's long lasting and it has a matte satin finish. I definitely feel like coverage is still there. Nothing has faded off. The browns are still there, the blush is still there, so I feel like it looks pretty good. This was a pretty good check-in. I feel like we're gonna see how it looks at the end of the day. Guys, it is 4:30 in the afternoon. It's been 10 hours. I have been wearing this foundation for 10 hours, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed. I do have some things to say about it. I feel like I'm going to start with just what it says. It's supposed to be a full coverage foundation. I feel like it's pretty medium to full. It's definitely something buildable. You can definitely apply a couple of layers. It won't look cakey. And it's definitely going to feel a little bit like you have foundation on. So if you don't like that feeling, I would definitely just recommend to go, you know, with a much lighter application, but it really doesn't feel bad at all. Now that I've been wearing it for 10 hours, I kind of don't really feel it on my face, but the first, I would say, hour, I would definitely felt it. Absolutely felt it. The second thing is the satin finish. I definitely do feel like it is a satin finish. It looks very natural. I feel like the glow of my skin, it kind of like looks like it's glowing from within, and that looks really, really good. I feel like the foundation is also very breathable. I don't feel like it's, you know, saturating or like, you know, clogging my skin. So I'm going to come in a little closer. I just want to look at myself in the mirror. I feel like it did rub off right here because I tend to do this all the time. I have really bad allergies, so I'm always like rubbing on my nose. The other thing was that I did wear glasses, and you can barely tell. Usually I would have basically my foundation completely removed from this area right here, but here I just have like a soft little line that can like hint you that I had glasses, but you can't really tell. I did notice that the eyeliner did rub off right here, so that's probably not something good. I feel like it was this one because that's the one I applied, you know, entirely on my eyes. So that was a little bit disappointing. But going back to the foundation, I did feel like it rubbed off a little bit over here, and I do notice that it's drying a little bit, and I'm really disappointed because I loved that powder that I was using, but I do feel like it's just drying my skin just a tiny little bit. I was kind of curious because one of the things they say about the Ocean Feel collection, which is the one from the powder and this eyeliner, that is infused with algae extract, and I looked that up and it said that it was really good for hydration, but there were all some other sites that were saying how that breaks some people out. So I'm pretty scared. I haven't felt like I'm breaking out in any areas yet, but it did feel a little bit of dryness at least over here, which is surprising because it usually would dry out under my eyes, but that hasn't happened yet. As far as everything applying over top of the foundation, I feel like it's still there. That is really surprising after 10 hours. I don't feel like my skin looks too dewy or anything. I feel like I still look glowy like if I just applied it. If you obviously looked closer to my skin, you can tell that I have been wearing this makeup for a long time, but I can assure you that when you're looking at me on camera, you could probably, like, you couldn't even tell if I had just put this on. So that was really good. As far as price point, I think $24 for this, it's pretty good in my opinion, because it does feel like a very good, heavy, full coverage foundation. The application was really good. I really love when they use doe foot applicators, just because it makes it so easy and so fast. I literally just glide this on my skin, blend it out with a brush, nothing that has to get dirty. I don't have to do many steps. It was just too easy, and I really love that. I really wish that this brought 1 fluid ounce, but it doesn't really bother me that it doesn't, because, it is what it is. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this foundation. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are interested in just seeing more Kiko Milano products, you can definitely check out my other video. It's going to be linked down below. So thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe below, like this video, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!